Hello and welcome to this video. Have you ever woken up at 2 a.m. and you're thinking about a decision that you have made a long time ago? Now you think about this decision and it gives you a little bit of worry and anxiety. You're contemplating this decision. Should I change it or should I not? And it's a question of going back and forth, back and forth. You that maybe can't decide if you want to change it moving forward or keep it the same. So this is what my topic is all about today, is it okay if we change our minds? So I want to highlight a couple of things. So firstly, why we struggle sometimes to change our minds. Then, what can we consider if we want to change our minds? And then lastly, what does it tell me about myself when I'm a person that keeps evaluating and making new decisions? So let's look at the first one. Why do I struggle so much to change my mind sometimes? I think the first one that is quite evident is that we are scared to be perceived as a person that maybe is flaky or inconsistent or not committed fully, that we are a person that maybe don't keep our promises and maybe that we can't be trusted. Another reason why I think we have a struggle changing our minds is because then we think we have to admit to ourselves that we made a mistake or that we were wrong. I think none of those has to be the case. We can make decisions and we can make it mean whatever we want to. So it doesn't matter how other people perceive it or how we think other people perceive it. The only thing that makes the difference really is what we think and what we make it mean when we decide to change our minds. So moving on to number 2 is, what can I consider when I want to change my mind? So here's 4 things that I think is important. So number 1 is, if I have new information, then it's obvious that I want to change my mind or I want to make a new decision. When my circumstances is changing, when I know that and it's clear that the previous or my decision that I've made a long time ago is actually not serving me anymore. And when I have grown and learned, and maybe I have gained so much life experience or experience in a certain field, that I'm now in a position to actually make some changes and make a new decision. Then it's always a good idea to consider these things in my attempt to then either decide, do I want to change it or do I want to keep things the same? So then lastly, what does it show me about myself when I'm a person that keeps on and consistently making new decisions? So number 1 is that I know that I'm consistently evaluating and reevaluating my life and everything in it. So that can be I'm reevaluating my business, my career, my health, my relationships, the way I parent. All of those things can be reevaluated on a consistent basis and a new decision can be made. It also shows that I'm a person that is flexible, because we all know things happen in the world that is outside of our control. And if I keep making new decisions and I evaluate all the time, it means that I am looking what is happening around me and I'm adapting to make sure that I'm still in the best position. I'm a person that has been given a brain and I use it to think and also use it to discern. I'm a person that keeps on growing and evolving. I keep learning, I keep spending time and resources for my personal development and growth, and that I'm becoming that new version of myself. I'm a person that is courageous. So it's not that I'm immune to fear, but I move forward despite of the fear. And I think lastly, it's that it shows that I'm a person that is actually living my life on purpose, that I'm not an idle bystander and who's sitting waiting for life to happen so that I can respond, but I'm actually participating. I'm taking action, I'm making decisions, and I'm redeciding. So the magic that happens when we go through this process of redeciding is that we create awareness around this decision. It means we give it that special time and attention that it actually needs. It also means that we give ourselves permission to actually change our minds. And what is funny is that a lot of the times when we think about a decision that we've made long ago, Now that I've given it that special time and attention, I don't necessarily always want to change the decision, but I want to change how I perceive it and how I think about it. I want to change and not necessarily the decision. So I want to change how I maybe show up to this decision or this challenge in front of me, that even though it may be hard and even though I might need to put in a little bit more effort, that I don't need to change the decision. I just need to change how I show up to this decision that was made long ago. And this is what I need to do right now to honor that decision and to make sure that this is still the best decision for me now moving forward. Decisions at the end of the day is us making a choice about something, we're committing to that, and we cut ourselves off from any other possibility. There's not inherently anything wrong or right. There's not inherently anything bad or good about a decision. What makes it the best decision is once we've made the decision that we have our own back, we're all in, and we move forward despite of all the fears and maybe the doubt that we have. So go think about that one decision that keeps you awake at night. Bring awareness to the decision you've made. Give it that time and attention, and also give yourself permission to actually change the decision. And then, coming from that new, fresh perspective, now you're in a better position to either keep that decision the same or change it.